Hey everybody, it's Sugar Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the range. Today we got a great quick video we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about the HK MP5 SD. Well, how about the clone HK MP5 SD? Should be a good time. Let's get to shooting. Now, I will admit I am a Johnny-come-lately to this whole platform, to the HK MP5. Sure, I have heard about it. Sure, I've known about the lore for a while, but because HK didn't import them and they really weren't available and they were prohibitively expensive, I just really wasn't into them. And I was kind of like, yeah, what's the big deal? Even to the point where like I got a B&T GHM9. I figured, hey, this PC is just as good and it's a soft shooter and I don't know, but I've got some buddies who got me interested in getting an HK MP5 or SP5, which is the civilian version, or even one of these MKE AP5 SDs. Now, it is a clone, but it's made on apparently HK factory machinery in Turkey that was set up somewhere in the 70s, sometime in that time frame. And the machinery is set to HK specifications, and they've just been making them ever since for NATO countries like Turkey, like other places. And so, yeah, so a lot of it maybe is factory type stuff, but again, made in Turkey. I've heard there are some subtle differences that things wear out, components wear out on these clones just a little bit faster than the ones made in Germany. So I don't know if it's the materials or whatnot on them, but I'm pretty excited about it, and I will tell you, the first time I shot this, like, I was just blown away. I'm pretty sure I didn't get it on camera, but this is just a very soft shooting gun. That roller delayed system makes a huge difference, way more than any of the other 9mm PCCs that I have shot, which isn't a ton, admittedly, but it just blows me away at how soft this is shooting. It makes me wish they made it available like what the FBI used to use for their hostage rescue teams, the HRT teams. They used HK MP5's 10mm. That would have been a cool gun. These are 9mm. What we got loaded up today is some 147 grain subsonic. I have my Dead Air Wolfman can on the end. What's unique, and let me kind of go through some of the liability or maintenance swaps. Yeah, we're going to call it that because I would never, YouTube, I do not modify my firearms ever, ever, ever. I would never, ever do that. So it comes with a plastic handguard, and that's OG. That's like the original HK MP5. So MP5 SD is supposed to be an integrally suppressed gun, meaning the suppressor and the barrel all kind of work together. They have ports all the way back at where the barrel meets the frame or the receiver of the HK MP5. It bleeds off gas. It makes a regular 9mm 115 grain, well, really it's built for 124 grain NATO ammunition, makes that spicier, hotter NATO 9mm be subsonic. So when you shoot it, every shot is supposed to be subsonic, and alleviates the need to run heavier grain-weighted bullets. So it comes with a plastic handguard that goes beyond the barrel. Then the idea is you use a special suppressor that goes over the top of it, fits down over all those ports, takes all that gases and silences it. Well, what the MKE design did was saying, hey, look, we're not going to go that far. We'll get you an HK MP5 SD, but really it's just going to be the K length barrel. I'll put that length up in there, 5 point whatever inches. And then we're going to put a tri-lug on it, and we're going to put a 1/2 by 28 threading on it so you can put whatever 9mm can you have available to you. So that's pretty cool. But then I'm like, well, what if I want to run a light? What if I want a laser? That plastic handguard really can't do much for you. So, of course, B&T aftermarket, they sell a rail that can go on top that grips onto the top system of the HK MP5, and then they also sell a handguard for this SD, and that's what I have on here. It's a 3-rail 1913 pick rail system, 2 sides and down here at the bottom. And I've got some covers on it so it doesn't tear up my poor little fingers. But yeah, so then I have my suppressor on here, and again, it's just a regular suppressor, but it looks about the same length, very similar to what you would get with the HK MP5, but I have a tri-lug mount on here, and then I have some kind of aftermarket, not aftermarket, some kind of clone SM laser or whatever on here for it, so light laser combo. I'll probably be doing a review of that much later. It comes from MKE with a rail on top, but that rail actually caused problems. However, it gripped into here, it caused reliability issues, and I eventually decided, well, eventually what I realized is that I had snugged or tightened the screws a little bit too tight, even though I went according to specifications that they publish. And so eventually I threw that out, and well, I have it, and I have the B&T rail on top. So B&T rail here, B&T handguard on it, and then, yeah, we're probably going to work for a lead sporting lower on here, but those are on back order, at least the one I'm trying to get. So, and then it has this really cool mag pull brace for the MP5 that allows you to have a really cool grip on here, like what the original HK MP5 SDs had on there. You might like the folder, but I like this collapsing. Makes it a very small package. All said and done, especially with the B&T rail on here, this is a heavy boy. I don't have the weights, and I do, of course, have the Vortex AMG UE UH1 up here on top, which is a holographic sight, just because, hey, yeah, that's what the cool kids are doing today. All right, well, enough yapping. Why don't we get down range, just do a little bit of shooting with it. Certainly is pretty fun. I don't have tons of ammo out with me today because I've actually was just trying to make sure this thing worked before I shot a video, and I got a little carried away and I shot most of it. So with that, why don't we go shoot the rest of it? So a couple of points that I forgot to mention is that it comes with an integrated hook on here like all HK clones and HKs do. I've got this little sling kit that I believe Blue Force Gear makes that allows you to attach that. It's kind of like one of those flex lock things on there, but hey, it's a good way to hook up to it, and it's not metal and it doesn't make a block clinking. On the back rail, it has a QD point, so we can get our rail, we can get our sling up here on it. And hey, I just got some steel down range. And again, it kind of has a little bit of a rocker. All HK MP5s, you really got to make sure it's got a side release here to get the mag out, but you really got to make sure you get that up in and secured in there. And then of course you got to make sure you do the HK slap. Who's a HK slap? That's what they tell you to get that first round loaded up in there. I just got some steel down. I don't know. It's probably down at about 20 yards here. We'll see how we do. And we'll get it off safe. The safety isn't great. It's pretty hard to reach. It's almost better to come around the other side and reach for it, but it's pretty quiet. This Dead Air, I really do like the Dead Air Wolfman can. Let's just go into some of the stuff. It's really quiet. Really quiet. Really quiet. Like, that's freaking awesome. Can you hear that? Or can you not hear that? I mean, it's really pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put my ears on because we're gonna be clanking some steel. And again, this is all the ammo that I have loaded up. Just a quick short video today, but we'll try for some steel targets. Try for a dueling tree that we have down here. I don't know how good I'm zeroed in on this. Well, good enough to get 3 out of the 6. I missed a couple, but that was about a full-ish mag. I notice if I download 1 or 2 rounds, it does perform a little bit better. Now this thing, with all the back pressure that's coming in it, it gunks up fast. Everything that I've read and heard from others is that it's about a 250 round. If you're gonna use it suppressed and everything, you gotta clean this out. Like this gets all mucky, all dirty. I think the real HK SP5s, maybe you can go a little bit further without cleaning them, but it really gets all gunked up, and you can tell with my finger there, you know, just a little bit of touching in on the mag and all that stuff is just getting in there. And of course, you know, it does not have a last round lockback. Again, we're talking about 1950s technology here, but that roller delayed, like they freaking nailed it. Like, I don't know, more and more I'm impressed with HK. Wish they'd gotten this over here sooner, but this is certainly a lot of fun. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for today. I definitely have some more plans of things that I want to do with this. Definitely we'll get out here and talk a little bit like about this laser that we got that's got the lights going on. And I don't know if you guys can see the blue laser in there. Pew, 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 pew. I don't know. We'll see. It was cheap. Well, that's what I got for you today. We got the HK MP5 SD clone from MKE over in Turkey. Their AP5 SD. I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is a surprise for me how much fun this is and what a good setup this is. Still working throughout some kinks and some setups on it, but yeah, we'll be sure to have some videos on the future in it. But let me know what you guys think. Are you HK SP5 geeks and you like the clones, or do you not really get into the PCCs? I don't know. I think this is one you really got to try out. Really got to try out. Let me know what you guys think. Hope everyone has a great week. Let's get to shooting.
From pistols to rifles, we'll take on the best. Review and each weapon, put them to the test. With revolvers and shotguns, we'll break it all down. The Second Amendment protects from the crown. Living for freedom, defending our rights. We got in our hearts, we'll rise to new heights. From the range to the woods, we're ready to roll. Trigger bar philosopher, heart and soul. In the land of the brave, we stand tall and free. Preparing for tomorrow, prepared you will be. Yeah. Conceal, carry wisdom, good guy with a gun. Self-defense strategies will make it fun. Night vision gear on, we move with no light. Tactical training, prepared for the fight. Ammunition tests and ballistic gel in sight. Choosing the best rounds, we'll find out what's right.